I welcome you all for this today's My Story session of the Indus Entrepreneurs. First of all, let me talk something about entrepreneur in the society. Who are the entrepreneurs? These are the people who create businesses and run these businesses. And what are they to our society? They generate employment by creating jobs. They drive innovation. They generate wealth for themselves and their employees, as well as for government and the society. Whereas education institutes produce employees, organizations like the Indus Entrepreneur produce employers. They are the great asset in the society. A little background of the Indus Entrepreneurs, for many of you, it may be a bit of a repetition, but there are many who may be coming first time. It started in Silicon Valley in 1992 by successful entrepreneurs of Indian origin like Mr. Kawal Rekhi, Vinod Khosla and others. The focus is on nurturing next generation as well as existing entrepreneurs. And the movement has caught on pretty well. In 14 countries, it has grown to 57 chapters and 15,000 members. They foster entrepreneurship through mentoring, networking and inspiring the members. And wide range of programs and events are held, including the TICON, the largest professional and networking conference of the entrepreneurs. Today's event is sponsored by Clarion Venture Partners, who are an incubator and angel fund for IT services startups. And what will they be doing? They will be providing space and infrastructure to get started, funds for staff salaries and expenses for 1 year, help with operations through shared incubation, help with marketing through shared Clarion marketing organization, help with sales through lead generation and sales outsourcing, help with finding board of advisors through network, and ongoing mentoring and coaching to help attain success. TIE Pune conducts various programs. One of them, as we are attending today, is our My Story sessions. Then we have mentoring sessions, some breakfast meetings, training workshops, and some other events. Some of the My Story sessions which have been conducted last year were the stories of entrepreneurs in their own words about their entrepreneurial journey. Mr. Anand Gaikwad of BVJ Group, Mohit Dubey of Carwale, Mr. Ramdas Mane of Mane Electricals, Mr. Venkatesh Iyer, Goli Vada Pav, Agnello Rajesh Athaide of St. Agnelo's Computer Education, Nirmala Kandalgaonkar, Vivam Agrotech, Sunita Ramnathkar of FEM, Fadindra Sama of Red Bus, and then there was an initiative of Pune chapter to go for Puneri brands. In that, they covered Dr. Sancheti, who spoke not like a doctor but like a businessman handling a healthcare business. Kailash Katkar, owner of Quick Heal, Namrata Sharma of Crayon Pictures, Mr. Pradeep Marathe of Cotton King, Sanjeev Bajaj of Bajaj FinServe, then Sanjay and Alok Kirloskar of Kirloskar Brothers, Mr. Ravi Pandit of KPIT Cummins, Meher Padamji, chairperson of Thermax, Sukritu Tolekar of Dual Alley, and Mukhtar Tejani of Gates Food. Then there are interactive breakfast sessions which are held alternate Thursdays at a restaurant called Grub Shop, which is near the nurse stop. About 25 to 30 participants are there for experience sharing, and subject matter is led by an expert on the subject. Few photographs of these breakfast meetings. selling to enterprise customers, funding options, people performance. Then there was All Asia Business Plan Competition, which was conducted by TiE Pune. 20 odd teams participated. The winners and runners up, they received prize of 50,000 and 25,000 each. These were sponsored by Praj Industries. Another initiative of TiE Pune is the Nurture Initiative. This is the mentoring initiative for the entrepreneurs who want to start up. It was launched on 24th of February and it is an ongoing process. In April, the process will continue. This initiative is headed by Mr. Ajay Bhagwat, a charter member of TiE Pune. And every month there will be full day workshops to progress the matters. Recently, there was a business model generation evaluation initiative. It was in two parts. Firstly, there was a panel discussion which was held on 30 March. It was very, very educative. And on 31st March, there was a full day workshop which was held. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to request for sponsors for TiE events. For My Story sessions, the sponsorship fee is only rupees 10,000, and in that you will be able to have kiosk and banner at the event venue. Will help you branding through event communication in the emails to all the members. Your logo will be included in the TiE presentation, online form and handouts. You can give your handouts also. There will be 1 minute slot to speak about your company, and opportunity, the sponsor will be given the opportunity to present memento to the main speaker, and you will have a reach to over 3,000 people through the emails. There are a few myths meant for high-tech and IT folks, meant for big guys, charter members, not accessible, not only a networking event, not very interactive, I may not get any value, I cannot contribute. It is not true. Many of us have realized, I have also realized, that these things are not true. It's very friendly atmosphere and a lot of value is added to oneself. And ladies and gentlemen, we do need volunteers to come forward and participate in our events. We want to request, let TiE happen to you. Means what? Become a TiE Pune member and volunteer. Join TiE Pune group on Facebook for latest updates, videos and online networking. Follow TiE Pune on Twitter. Network with TiE Pune charter members and volunteers. And lastly, request you to kindly fill up the feedback form before you depart. Now, I request Anubhav to take the stage and welcome Mr. Anand Khandekar, doyen of Pune's IT industry and presently chairman of Friends Union for Energizing Lives. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. I'm very mean with that. I need responses because I'm going to bore you with next 5 minutes. So it's a give and take. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to see so many of you here and coming here to see what Anand has to tell about his story. It reminds me of an event that I attended 10 years back, and there was this young guy in his early 40s. 40s is still young, by the way. In his early 40s, talking to his company employees about how he wants his company to become an agent of change for this country, the way the companies are run, the way corporate governance is done, employees are trained, and I was an employee, by the way, of that company. And today, that company has actually done that. This person was none other than Nandan Nilekani, and the company is Infosys. And at that time, Infosys was not what you see Infosys today. But he had a vision. He knew what he exactly wanted Infosys to become. And he himself has become an agent of change who's catalyzing this whole policy changes, government changes in India. And I'm sure it's 100 times complex than running an Infosys. So I'm not here to recruit people for Infosys, by the way. The reason I'm here is that I could not get to talk to that person 10 years back, but I have a similar person here among us who has similar credentials. He has catalyzed a lot of changes with the companies he's touched, with the cities he has been into, with the organizations he's mentored. And I've had the privilege of talking to him over a cup of coffee, over these similar meetings. And he's a great gentleman, but there's a lot behind this person. And I'm sure all of you are here to listen to what goes into making an Anand Khandekar what he is. But I'm here and I'm privileged to be given this honor to talk to him. Is about this one phrase which says he's an agent of change. And probably he was at this whole inflection, or what you call cusp of changes which were happening in the economy when he was there. Or maybe he was actually driving those changes to make them what they are today. So let's find out what he is. I would welcome Anand to come on stage and be with us here, sir. Anand. And I would request Anand, who is the Executive Director General of MCCI, to present a bouquet of appreciation. So as I said, I have the honor of sitting with Anand and asking him some questions on your behalf. And my personal selfish motive is also that I run an e-commerce company, and I would want that company to become an agent of change in e-commerce field. Drive some changes which make e-commerce so accessible, so affordable to merchants that anybody can go and create a Flipkart.com. By the way, they took 2 years, and I'm saying in two days you can actually get a Flipkart.com and run a business. That's a huge thing, but I want to be with Anand, like all of you here who have a similar vision, and understand how people have this whole catalyzing effects on whatever they touch. So you can welcome me as well. I'll go and join Anand.
Through the eyes of the young entrepreneurs, rather than I tell the story, someone older. So
Thank you so much. So Anand, so since there is a huge generation gap in the way you look today and the way people look here in this room, I would want to go back to an Anand who was in his school days, what kind of a student you were, what kind of hobbies you had, so that people know how did you grow up in your early